Secretary General is shocked by the Israeli airstrikes in Gaza, in which a meaningful number of civilians have been killed. He strongly appeals for the ceasefire to be respected, for unimpeded humanitarian assistance to be reestablished, and for the remaining hostages to be released unconditionally.
We are horrified by last night's Israeli airstrikes and shelling in Gaza, which killed hundreds, according to the Ministry of Health in the Strip. This will add tragedy onto the tragedy. The last 18 months of violence have made abundantly clear that there is no military path out of this crisis. The only way forward is a political settlement in line with international law. Israel's resort to yet more military force will only heap further misery upon a Palestinian population already suffering catastrophic conditions. This nightmare must end immediately.
Palestine crescent teams have been responding to the attacks overnight. They have responded to 150 fatalities and 179 injured people. Children were among the casualties. Medical facilities are overwhelmed by the number of patients and by the pressure on dwindling supplies. We know there are shortages of food, supplies, and fuel. Palestine Red Crescent teams are working to assess the impact of fuel shortages on ambulance services and the ability of first responders to reach those in need. There are shortages of medical supplies and medicines in hospitals and clinics, and this is making the provision of life-saving treatment increasingly difficult.
Simply, this violence and the killing must stop immediately. The hostages must be released. Those arbitrarily detained must also be freed.